Hello, welcome to another edition of The Naked Truth. My name is John Singletary.
And my name is Ramon Roan.
And today, this segment is going to be on unemployment. The long-term unemployment rate
It's rapidly declined,
Yep.
but yet blacks are still high. And I don't mean drug high.
last to be hired, first to fire.
Oh,
Be
yeah.
fired.
Oh, no, sure
And
enough.
so, I mean, that's what we're dealing with.
Mhm.
Even though, on the whole, the economy's improving, on the whole, the unemployment rate is taking a turn. For us, it's slow.
Man, but wait a minute. The actual unemployment rate, though it says at 5%, 5.1%, that's not true, man. It's not true.
There
You
it is.
cannot trust the government, man.
There it is in black and white.
Look it up for yourself.
There it is in black and white.
Google actual unemployment rate in the black community, and you're going to get the unemployment. You can get the true unemployment rate. This is not true, man. They're fooling. They're trying to fool you, man. John, last thing, brother John.
We've got
the last thing I want
with what's on the paper.
is for you to get hoodwinked. Don't get hoodwinked by them numbers, man.
I'm not getting hoodwinked. I'm just saying that as long as they're consistent with the method they're using,
They're consistently lying.
and they're putting it on paper for you to read
Do
it.
you trust the government? That's a yes or no. But I know John is. Let me tell you first of all.
I trust the government. Why,
Wait a
would,
minute, just a
why
minute.
would I not trust the government?
Let me tell you something about John. If I ask him a yes or no question, I never get a yes or no question. I never get it.
Yes.
Yes and a answer.
I trust the government. I trust them to sometimes lie. I trust him to sometimes tell the truth.
Do you trust
I
Mayor
trust
Sonny?
him. I trust him tell a lie when it comes to whether or not my steps out front are consistent with the code. I trust him to tell a lie when it comes to whether or not he received the variance for his steps and whether or not his steps are in keeping with what the code says. I trust him to tell a lie when it comes to what he's done for the city for 20 years, because the survey that the city did is totally contrary to what he says.
Okay.
20 years, he's actually shown that the only thing that the city of North Charleston believes that blacks are good for is picking up trash.
The bottom line, you don't trust Mayor Sonny. Just say it. It's all right.
I trust him.
And we call
I
him-
trust him to not tell the truth.
Okay, all right. Okay, like you said, there it is. So, but the bottom line is, you don't trust him. You trust him that you know, hey, you know he's not gonna tell the truth. And we call him Mayor Keith Boss Hog Sonny. That's what we
That's
call
what it
him.
is. But I have no reason to not trust that they wouldn't put the right thing here.
Okay, well, what
I
is the
don't have
fact?
anything to refute it.
All right, what is it? What I have to refute is that what's not added in is those who are no longer looking for a job, or no longer, or out of the what you call it, out of the job market.
Mhm.
Now, the lowest labor participation rate right now in 40 years is what we have right now. I think somewhere hovering around 60%. So I read earlier this year, maybe as far as maybe a couple months ago, that 49% of the American population, 49% are receiving some type of government aid.
Oh, well, I would disagree with that.
Well, here's the aid. Now, I'm not saying welfare. I'm not saying welfare. Some type of taxpayer dollars is going in 49% of the homes. Be it subsidies, something is going in. Hey, something is going in.
Look at the homestead exemption. Look at contracts that are given by the government. I would venture to say
49%.
that is much higher than that when you consider.
Okay, all right. Well, you helping me out. But I'm just saying 49%. You said it may be higher than that. So 49%. And you're saying that we have a government that is saying that our unemployment rate is at 5.1%.
But I like that. Why? Because without that, that meant that the rate would even be higher. When you have businesses that are taking jobs overseas, when businesses are taking the position that greed is good, so they're cutting to the bone and in the bone when it comes to labor in dealing with production per employee, then the government has to infuse something into the public economy to help. And so I don't have a problem with them infusing into the public. What I don't like is the fact that it's not an equal distribution. We just talked about the contracts, or we will be talking about the contracts on the next segment. And so
black unemployment, actual black unemployment, is not 12 or 14%. It's 37%. The actual black unemployment.
okay,
So that's an issue.
what does the paper say?
See, this is what I'm talking about. I can't trust it. I can't trust the government. And I used to work for the government.
Okay, you can't trust the government.
I can't
You don't trust the government.
Here it is.
It hasn't changed. I mean, they're predictable.
You got to do your own daggone research.
Okay.
The Federal Reserve reported this week that the long-term unemployment has finally begun a rapid fall. Really, a rapid fall. Like rapid fire. Which is largely why the nation's overall unemployment rate has been relatively low since the start of 2014. People are still
Government's doing
suffering.
their job.
People are still suffering in this economy. The only people that have actually benefited in this economy is rich white people.
Listen.
And Jay-Z.
We have suffered from the day we stepped foot in America.
You got that.
So ain't nothing changed about us suffering.
And ain't nothing changed in 2009 either.
Well,
I'm not going- you know how
the
they-
paper said there's a rapid decline.
A rapid decline. The black
Okay.
economy is still bad. It's horrible, man. It's bad.
It
There are
is.
more
Now,
people in poverty now than there was in 2008. There's more
Percentage
people on
on that.
welfare now than in 2008.
white and black.
I said there's more people there, sure enough.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching the program this weekend. I'm not going to show you the station because I know you're going to rag me. You know, I know you're going to get on me about that, right?
Well, there's only one seat. So it's not like it's a mystery.
Well, it's your mystery. You got it. I'm on, and we're talking about the coal industry. How the EPA has actually shut down coal industry, and people are losing their jobs in coal.
Okay.
But yet, coal is one of is I believe more energy is produced from coal than from any other source. So why are you shutting down the coal industry?
Because of the lack
That's
of
what jobs
protection,
are
the
taking.
lack of protection for the workers. It's not that the EPA wants to shut
Wait a whole
them
time.
down, but companies have to be more responsible in what they do in the coal industry in terms of protecting the employees.
Okay, all right, John. I can understand why you would say something like that because that would be what Barry would say.
Been to Pennsylvania, seen some of the coal mines,
That's
seen some of the
John.
problems.
That is the decision that those men are making, and they're not having any problems with it. They you don't see them complaining about. They have protested and they have won union rights. They have won, and so they are still taking those jobs. And those jobs, like a man said, look here, where can I go to make this kind of money? What can I do? What can I do?
That's no different.
The economy.
Right here in Charleston, South Carolina, where you have people who, because a underclass has been created, who downtown, the restaurant industry, which is big,
Mhm.
fueled by labor from predominantly African Americans, even though they've kicked them all out of the city.
Mhm.
However, for them to say that, well, I can just go someplace else and get another job, when there are no other jobs available. If the jobs available there, it's either I take this job, I don't feed my family, or I take this job and I don't eat.
Mhm.
Even though you don't like the job, even though you may have a health risk at the job, to not have it and to suffer and to perish would be worse than taking the job. So it's a simple survival issue with a lot of them in that it's self-preservation. So when you go to and you see those coal mines and you see the people taking those jobs and they're doing it to support their family, that's just a simple decision that a man makes that I am willing to sacrifice not only my health but my life because I have decided that I would rather do that and see my family fed than not do it and sit home with them and perish.
All right.
That's
This
what-
man
that's
said
what
he
they are.
was making, this is a white man that said, not a black man, a white man that said he was making $1,100 a week.
Okay.
He goes from making $11 a week and solely because Barack Obama said he's going to make it so hard on coal people that it'll bankrupt them.
No, that's not it. Listen, business
Wait a minute, John.
always have
John, that's
option.
what, John, that's what he said.
So for $50,000,
Wait a minute. He said that. He said that's what Barack Obama said. I heard him say it.
But there's an option. That it would bankrupt them
What's the option?
if they don't
I mean,
comply with the regulations.
These new regulations. Wait a minute.
If they don't comply with the regulations.